I seriously don't know what Elon is thinking. I do continue to give him some benefit of the doubt because these changes allegedly haven't been enacted yet. But for a free speech platform, I'm not exactly sure I like the direction that we're going here. And people seem to be really defensive over critiques of Elon Musk. Look, I still think Elon buying X probably was one of the biggest things to help Trump win the election. I still think Elon owning X has been a net positive, but I'm very concerned about the direction that he's going, changing the algorithm to push positivity, whatever that is. I don't know who's determining what's positivity. Blocking journalism, the de-checking, the demonetization, the de-boosting, all this stuff is very weird to me, and I'm not exactly sure what Elon was thinking when he did it. I'm going to get into this latest gaffe, at least in my opinion, after a quick word from Fume. Very, very cool device. Have you heard of the flavored air company? Have you heard that the flavored air category is quickly becoming the leading alternative to vaping and smoking? It's a whole new movement towards better habits. And, I absolutely love it, by the way. Led by today's sponsor, Fume. Have you ever caught yourself reaching for a bad habit? Maybe it's that moment when you're with your friends or you feel like you just want to fit in. Well, that's where Fume comes in. It's not about quitting. It's about finding a better alternative. Fume, of course, the sponsor of today's video, has created an innovative flavored air device that's perfect for those moments you want to break away from bad habits and still have something enjoyable to reach for. Fume is an award-winning air device that draws flavor to your mouth, not your lungs. And it's a great way to satisfy that oral fixation with non-toxic flavors, free from nicotine or vapor, and it's safe to use anywhere. My favorite remains orange vanilla, although I like to mix it up with different flavors like grapefruit, or this raspberry lemon is really good. Fume has a lot of delicious flavors to choose from, like crisp mint and orange vanilla. With flavored air, you can satisfy your oral fixation through a passive diffusion system that utilizes no electronics, vapor, or combustion. Fume has already helped over 300,000 people build better habits. Try Fume today and order your journey pack now using my code QUARTERING, and you'll get a free Fume topper, an awesome accessory to level up your experience. Go to tryfume.com/quartering or scan the QR code on the screen. Give it a try. So Elon Musk announces changes to X. Algorithm faces backlash. Elon is facing widespread backlash after announcing upcoming changes to the X social media algorithm that would promote content deemed informative or educational over other types of content. According to Musk, the plan changes are in response to, quote, too much negativity. Of course, all the negativity he didn't have a problem with until his take on H-1Bs and calling most of Americans lazy and tarded on Christmas Day or the day after Christmas or whatever. Our goal is to maximize unregretted user seconds. Too much negativity is being pushed that technically grows user time, but it's not unregretted user time. Algorithm tweak coming soon to promote more informational/entertaining content. We will publish the changes when we put them out, basically on X Engineering. Our goal is to maximize unregretted user seconds, too much negativity. Of course, on December 27th, a controversy erupted on X after Elon suggested that the United States should overhaul the immigration process to attract top talent from foreign countries. Several right-wing social media influencers began attacking Musk in response to the post, disagreeing, arguing that the U.S. did not have a shortage of talent and needed to decrease immigration rates. I happen to agree with that. Following the highly charged debate between the two sides, right-wing influencers accused Musk of removing their access to premium features. Well, he did. He removed check marks. He demonetized people. And again, maybe there was actually a reason for it. Like maybe they were using bots or whatever. I don't know. But Elon has not come out to say why these people were punished. Following the highly charged debate between the two sides, Ethereum co-founder urged Musk to remain committed to free speech on the platform and not ban users for disagreements or expressing views. I mean, that's what he did. It was very obvious to me. Elon's big announcement on the algorithm tweaks, customizable feeds for X. Tech mogul says there's too much negativity. Well, I don't know if you've been on X lately, But as I've been saying, monetization ruined it. I understand. I'm not like criticizing people who are trying to earn a living on X. I'm not even criticizing people who are, necessarily trying to dance around certain things so that they stay monetized. But I just don't think Elon Musk intended X to have like ridiculous, people are going to use an asterisk instead of saying the word hate. They're actually, people are censoring themselves on the word hate. You see Tim Pool pointing out, of course, waking up in a world full of possibilities where every moment is canvas for kindness and every interaction a chance to spread love. Let's make today a legendary day with acts of joy and unity. After asking Grok, hey, how can I get a 100% positivity score? After posting this, how much has my positivity score increased? Your positivity score has increased 28 points from 37 to 65 following your recent positive tweet. So Grok has obviously some sort of algorithm to decide whether or not you are a positive person. And that social credit score, essentially what that is, you will now essentially have a social credit score on X that will be used to determine whether or not you make money, which again, the money thing isn't a free speech thing. If you want to make money, just like look, YouTube is still really important to me for a revenue standpoint. I have to dance around words. I still say, the bad guy from WW2 and stuff like that. Okay. And I don't even know if that's necessarily worth censoring, but I do anyway. Fans of the playground instead of other stuff, right? I don't hold it against people for saying, hey, I'm making a choice. I want to make, I could put an asterisk here and make $2, or if I don't, then I make $0. The monetization thing is like a separate argument. The big problem I have is with the reach and visibility attachment to this. Basically, Elon is saying, you must have X sort of score on the positivity score for your, posts to be seen and get reach. Remember, freedom of speech is not freedom of reach. Remember how that went over? This is really that. And it's leading to posts like this. And now, again, this isn't I don't want to dunk on Chief Nerd here, okay? But you can see, I think Americans, quote, hate inflation. But he had to self-censor the word hate because he's worried about making a few bucks on this post. Now, of course, I'm going to unfollow most people who do this kind of thing. I understand it, though, but I feel torn because I don't want to incentivize it. I self-censor on YouTube, but I'm openly telling my YouTube viewers, please watch me on Rumble. I don't even make a fraction of what I do on Rumble, but please do. Please support my website. This stuff is nuts. I can't imagine that Elon Musk intended this. I can't imagine that Elon Musk wants people to censor totally innocuous words so that they get a high enough social credit score on X. This is absolutely bonkers. And of course, if you look at this, by the way, since X monetization, it's basically like Facebook boomer stuff now. I've had to mute so many people because it's just, hey, this person used to provide useful content. Now they're just trying to make money on X, which I am fine with. I'm just not going to follow you because I didn't follow you for, Facebook boomer Facebook memes. I followed you because you used to post, footage of breaking news that I needed to know or whatever the case may be. And of course, they were also working on easy ways for you to adjust the content feed dynamically. Fine. I like that. So you can have what you want at any given moment. I'm good with that. Alex Jones says the big question is, how will negativity be defined? Well, we know it'll be algorithmically through AI. One could say a lot of what Elon Musk posts could be seen as negative when he brings up corruption, but it is really but in reality, spotlighting evil is positive. Raw News Alert says, so what will happen to us news accounts in this climate? Because it's becoming increasingly difficult to post anything positive given the sheer weight and frequency of grim events we're reporting on. Will this also affect us? Yes, it will. Joey points out, what is the definition of negativity? Yes, I agree. Is this really a good idea from Styx when people enjoy debating things and those debates often get messy? Of course, Constantine says, excellent news. I think he's also the guy that pushes the woke right stuff. I don't think this is excellent news. I think this is sucking up to Elon. There's nobody on the planet that could say, hey, I think deboosting things that we algorithmically determine as negative is a good thing. I mean, if we're going to rail against YouTube for doing it, why aren't more people railing against Elon for doing it? That's what he's doing. And again, I don't care if he says this about monetization. All right. If he says, if you have to make a choice to have your monetization, you have to post positive stuff, you can't do, fine. Because at least there you can make the argument that sponsors and ad people don't want to be next to, terrible videos. Fine. Okay. I accept that. However, when you extend it to the reach of organic posts, I have a huge problem with that. That is mass censorship. And you're just putting a layer of glaze on it, calling it positivity. When you yourself are going to be the one determining what is and what isn't positive, I have a huge problem with that. And, a lot of people are talking about, what's going on. Look, Elon, hopefully, he has gone off the deep end before in the past, and he has also come back. For example, he did change his mind on letting Alex Jones back on the platform. But I mean, you have a situation here now where, like, Michael Tracy, the Spectator, posted, hey, this Adrian Dittman character that pretends to be Elon actually isn't Elon, and Elon banned it. Now, people are saying the article got banned because it doxed him, but I don't believe that. I believe that Andrew Dittman is a extreme Elon Musk fanboy that masqueraded and used Elon's own vocal fry and mannerisms and speech delivery to try and make people think that he was Elon. And I don't really have a huge problem with a journalist saying, hey, this isn't Elon. Now, did you have to give out his full legal name? No. And so it's like, it is a form of doxing that I don't like, but at least I can understand this. And they're just banning the article. Elon is not saying it's because it was doxing. It's because it's just banned. Why? Why does Elon go out of his way to protect this Andrew Dittman guy who is grifting off trying to sound like him, like a pathetic Ian Miles Chong does? Like, if you ever listen to a space with these two guys, it's like two losers who are spending the entire time trying to sound like Elon Musk so people can create conspiracy theories. And I think they listed his country. They didn't list his address. I guess by the letter of what is a dox, they said he lives in a country. They didn't give his home address or any of that kind of stuff. So I don't know. But I guess I'd have to, being push come to shove, I'd say that this is at least a soft dox. And I understand, but that's not why it got banned. I think it got banned because, look at this. Exactly what the prior Twitter regime did to the New York Post article on the Hunter Biden's laptop. I mean, isn't it? Now, the difference is maybe this guy isn't a public figure. You could pick and, you could kind of, article's author was given a 30-day suspension for unmasking Andrew Dittman. A 30-day suspension. Interesting, huh? I don't like the way X is going. I hope it can be saved, redeemed. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. We'll talk to you again real soon.